me. Now two are here, still planting good seed. Jackie and Gail, they're walking in love, sharing their stories, keeping hearts bright, talking about life and faith and real love. Sending out home from the one above. When they speak, you can feel what's true. Cause they've lived it all and they'll walk with you. Jackie and Gail, just love, just real. Two voices of praise that help you heal. Story of two warriors. Story of two warriors. Two warriors.
Hey, hey, hey. Welcome back to Restoring Awesome Warriors Raw. I'm your host, Jackie H. And I have here, again, sitting with me is my co-host, Gail, Barron the Judge. And we're back for another episode of Just Talking, chatting with the people, Gail. Yeah, how you doing today?
Well, how are you?
I'm doing good. I had a good day today. Didn't beat nobody up. Nobody beat me up. So everything is well. Was kind of warm today. Like for fall, like it was 67 when I called warm. It was, you probably was out there more than I was. I just jumped.
No, I was in and out.
You wasn't warm?
On the,
Okay, never mind. Going through, no, okay. You're going through the change of life. It was nice today. All right. Because when I tell
I
you,
wasn't outside long enough.
oh, okay. All right. Well, anyway, we want to welcome everyone back to speaking with us and talking with us. And we just want to share a little bit tonight. We're not going to be on here long. Um, we're still in the shutdown. And a lot of people is going through right now. Some have lost jobs. Some is working on a job, not getting paid. SNAP, the SNAP benefits haven't been paid. This is the month of, well, Thanksgiving. A lot of people not only was looking forward to that, but some people just don't have food to eat. Period.
Right.
Not even about Thanksgiving, but so it's a lot to take in. Do you have anyone personal that you know of for yourself? That's, well, I know a lot of people are, but do you know someone personally that been
No,
affected?
not really.
Okay.
No.
Well, we asking God blessing over all those who is going through, and that's the reason why that I chose the title tonight of gratitude and appreciation.
Yeah.
Sometimes you take for granted what you have until you don't have it,
Right.
and we're just gonna go back in time and talk about how we came up versus some things that we see today of an ungratefulness,
Right.
and
Right.
sometimes not. I don't know if it's really ungratefulness or just don't realize that you don't uh, appreciate when you do,
Right.
when things are going good. So um, I last week we was talking about there was different programs and stuff that shelters, food banks, churches, and people that was giving out and let people know if you didn't have to come and they would share. And I don't know exactly where I was at, but I heard a lady talking, was telling this lady that she was on her way to the food bank to come on. They have food that she can get. Do you know what she said? She said, I don't do that.
Mm.
I don't do food banks and eating that stuff. And I was kind of taken back, um, realizing the state that people are in, not only because of the shutdown, not only because of what's going on now, but there's people hungry all the time.
Mhm.
It don't have nothing to do with you not getting your food stamps this month. It don't have nothing to do with what's going on in the world this year. People actually don't have.
Right.
And this is the first time that I thought about it after hearing how she said that. I was like, my God, what an attitude. What lack of appreciation. You might not eat that food. I get it. There's a lot of things that we don't like. I get that. But there's a lot of people starving. There's a lot of people actually is poor, don't have.
Right.
And if you would have saw it looked like she was hurt, the lady who she said it to, because she was standing in line happy to have somewhere to go to get some food. And that was her reply. I don't do that. So I just want to have a conversation, just a conversation of, to me, there was a lack of gratitude, even if you don't eat that or you don't like that. But to not consider that this is someone only meal,
Right.
this is their life. And that's how you talked about where they went. There's countries, there is people in the United States that not only hungry, they're starving and don't have. You don't even know how people is making it from day to day or week to week. And that's how you felt about the food bank. I don't do that. So let's talk, sis, of gratitude, appreciation for even if you do have, that we don't forget there is somebody that don't.
Have it all.
And there's a lot of things I don't like. There's a lot of things, there's a lot of food I don't like to eat. I just don't like it. I give you one, like even I'm saying something simple. I don't like chicken breast. I don't like white meat. Give me a leg, a drumstick any day, I'll eat that. But I think with my mindset that I think if chicken breast was the only thing that's left,
You eat it.
I would pick it apart one little bit by little, and I would eat that whole chicken. Because if you were somewhere for 30 days or 40 days and they didn't have anything and that's all they had, I would say thank you, God, for the chicken breast. Even though I don't like it, I would be thankful that it's something. What's your take on is that the norm of people? I
That
have never
that's
heard it, so I
that's how some people feel. Um, but it's some people's life daily. They don't have a choice, so they're grateful
mhm,
for where they at and the things they have.
right.
But I contributed to. I know we all have choices. We all have things we like and dislike. But um, if push comes to shove, and it was nothing else, um, being hungry versus being choicy, I think we will take another look at it. Um, and you just don't know what other people go through unless you walk the mile in their shoes.
Right.
But that's an attitude of the way of life for some people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, maybe they had it, never had to want anything all their life. And that's one thing. Sometimes have to be taught, even though you may you can afford it. Some things, some things you just don't have to have.
I was thinking about our days are coming up. Uh, in our household, um, we had there's six of us, six siblings, and plus our mother and father, which at that time, well, all our life, our mother was a homemaker, so she didn't even work. So our dad had to take care of seven people plus himself. And I don't remember a time, even if I didn't like it, to sound so ungrateful. Like you would, yeah, there's a lot of things I didn't like, but to for me to understand that somebody don't even have it, yeah. I didn't like carrots coming up. I didn't. The day I eat it, I eat carrots. I eat it raw and cooked. But I don't know for some reason when we I came up, I didn't like carrots. But if that was the only thing you had, I couldn't get that. I couldn't get it. I don't do that stuff. And I was
She,
like,
she must have never been hungry.
I think it's a difference between hunger and starvation. Because some people can go hungry for a couple, probably a day or two, but starving is something too. I never starve. I've been hungry. I mean, 'cause of my own choice. Like you can go all day and you, like when you fasting, like you feel hungry. But I'm talking about at least you know at 6 o'clock or when you come off fast, you have something. To eat. There's people hungry and then don't even have an outlet.
Right,
Don't
right.
even know. So I look at the children today. Well, it is not only just children. I thank God for the way we was raised to appreciate.
Indeed,
Um,
indeed.
Daddy did the best he could with what he gave us. Like we went to work for what we wanted extra. They brought us the sneakers that could afford. But if you wanted, at that time it was Pro Craig, it was Converse, it was stuff that you and the brothers wanted,
What about the bubbles?
the bubbles, but they was clean. And that's all you had. But today you have some children don't even want to go to work for what they want. They're given. We had chores. We didn't get paid for our chores. That was something you did. It trained us to work. And then some things you do, you don't get paid for that. You- do you pay your grandkid, your grandchild for cleaning up his room? Okay. You
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
no, like that's like that's fine. But there's some people get paid for their chores.
I know I know that happens in certain households,
Yeah.
but no, you
I think,
don't.
St. Jude, the Shriner Children's Hospital. I would like to take some of the ungrateful people and just go and do a day of service
In shelters.
in shelters just to see how blessed you really
Yeah,
are when you
yeah.
really lack gratitude and
Mm,
appreciation for what you do have, and just to see someone who can't
yeah. And wish they
and wish
could.
they could. You got a mouth that you could chew. There's some people that can't even eat. They being fed by a tube, whatever. So um, I just want to speak to people, to some that lack gratitude, and it's not always everybody. It's never always everybody, but if that lady is watching, I would like for her to reconsider that this is not the only time that lady was in line because of it wasn't even about her snap.
Yeah.
She was in line because she didn't have period. Uh, so you got three children. Darlene had three. I'm just talking about all my siblings, and I have never seen. Um, I don't think they're ungrateful. I think you raised them pretty much to uh, still value that you can shop at Walmart. I'm telling you the stories that I hear of people like Walmart is beneath them, uh, different stores are beneath, but for someone else that don't have, that's all they could afford. What y'all call it all together? Uh, in case
Aldi's.
they talk about Aldi's or Save a Lot. I don't shop at Save a Lot. I get it. If you have made it and God has blessed you that you can shop at a different store. What I'm saying, don't turn your nose up at others who can't. That's that's a blessing that you could go to Acme. There's a blessing that you can go to whatever of your choice. But there's some people don't have a
No.
choice. There's some people that's all thing they can get is something from the dollar store,
Yeah.
off the food rack, you know. So I just want to just keep reiterating gratitude.
Yeah. And be grateful that you have something,
Yeah, yeah.
something to eat. But old mother to sing in our church coming up that if it um if it ain't been a rain in your life, just wait a while.
Yeah.
Because you may be up today, but you don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. And a lot of people, uh, they're not prepared for the future. If who knew that it was going to be a government shutdown?
No, they're saying
Who
this the longest.
and who knew that you were? Some people want to lose their job.
Yeah.
You just never know. Um, Life is full of swift transitions,
Hmm.
and if you ain't prepared for it, it can be what they call a culture shock. It can be life changing, and it can be could be devastating. So you never know what state you're gonna be in from one moment to the next.
Right.
So gratitude and being thankful is in order.
Yeah. A lot of people not only about they don't have the rent. There's some landlords that's not uh, lenient. You don't even know what one have to go through to choose between paying your rent or paying your mortgage. You got a car, you got different things. Then some people don't know how to even go about it because it's so overwhelming. Like where you can just call and maybe say, "I'm going to be late on something." They can't even think past what they're going through. So sometimes lending a hand and just being kind to people and understanding that maybe you can handle pressure. There's a lot of people can't handle even pressure. You lost your job, you lost this, you did this
Yeah.
going on, and then somebody tell you, "I
And
can't believe you standing in this line." You
don't
know,
have a plan of action.
and
Some people don't can't see their way out.
right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So
So
and then they become hopeless,
yeah,
become depressed. There's a lot of it's like rippling effect that once one thing start, it's just the ball just keep on rolling.
I have a lady on the line, Miss Norma, and she's saying that she had ate worse. She stuff that people wouldn't eat like pork, brains, and eggs. People in other countries eat sticks and grass. It might put in perspective when you start complaining about just eating spam because you don't like spam or you don't like bologna, and just look at another country or somebody they eating out of trash can. Well, we got people here in the United States that actually eats out of trash can. They can't, you know, even when their minds is not right. We have soup kitchens and stuff, but they mind don't even tell them to go
Yeah.
get to this. Don't even go to the Salvation Army. So even to be in your right mind doing this, Um, I think I'm a little overwhelmed for hearing it. God has blessed us that we are still eating. We are still, but some I know tonight somebody
Somebody's not.
is not.
Yeah.
So we I put last week on my Facebook page, and I'll repost it. There are places that they say that churches and stuff that have food. If you don't have, try to find some of these. I don't know what they keep on ringing, but that must be my. Um, I thought I put everything on hold, but there are places. But one of the soup kitchens that I went to I was going to volunteer. They said even before the government shut down, they was already running low.
Right. Right.
So it don't had nothing to do
Right.
with the shutdown.
Right.
People was hurting
Right.
before this.
Right.
So they're trying to put stock back up from people having
Right.
a hard time, period. So we're in a state. So just be mindful of each other.
Yeah.
Check on somebody. If you have, I said like we said last week, and it should be a thing anyway. It shouldn't have to take a government shutdown or anything for you to check on each other
Right.
and make sure
Right.
we have. But it seems like
It should be the norm, but it's
it's
not.
not the norm. So
It's not. So this is a good time to practice
yeah.
it. If you
So
haven't been doing it, do it.
mhm,
Check on someone, see if someone is needing anything and how you can help.
right,
Because it's gonna bring the unity back
yeah,
because we need one another.
right, right.
And with no job, it's no telling how long this is gonna last.
But they say so far this is longer than the last one. I think the last one was 35 days. I'm not sure what the number was, but they were saying today that this is it is going to surpass that. Um, what what could you or what do you tell the people about what would you say even gratitude toward each other, appreciating each other? But I didn't realize that people don't even appreciate each other. Like
Yeah.
you don't even know. Let's forget about the shutdown and all that. I never thought about asking every day, what was your situation? What state you in?
Right.
So lack of relationship
Right.
and things that you don't even know about what a person is going through. Period.
And that's key because if I don't have a relationship with you, there are some things I'm just not gonna know.
Right. Okay.
And then on top of that, if I'm not aware of different signs, because somebody could be going through right in your sight, but you'll never know it because you're not aware. And some people can put on a front, they can dress it up, but underneath they're going through.
So is it pride that keep you, or is it shame? What is it that like some
I
people are just raised to not tell?
Yeah.
We don't tell things out. What can change that besides having a relationship with you? How would I know that you're going through? How what if I don't know the
You
signs?
won't know it without either one of them. You won't know.
Okay.
If
So
you
that's
if,
what you ask, or just
no, if you don't have a relationship, and then if you're not aware,
that's
besides those two, I don't know what else. You have to
yeah.
be in tune with people.
So
Cause
we should
don't
do more checking up on people. I wouldn't know what to ask. That wouldn't be something I ask you if you appear to be okay.
and that's the sad part because of how we portray, how
Okay.
we look.
Okay.
We'll look just like we're okay, but then you won't never know to somebody commit suicide or the worst. And
Hmm.
then we'll say we didn't know that. Well, it shouldn't have to get to that before you are concerned about a person, whether they are honest with you or not. You know, just be friendly. Just be friendly for no reason.
So let me say this, and I'm talking from myself. and it might be something that can help others. Sometimes you got to stop saying you all right.
Oh yeah, it's
I
honesty.
had to practice it because it's not that it wasn't about pride and thing. It was just I just know you going if somebody else is going through. I just feel like I didn't want to put my burdens on somebody. Or it can be anything. How you doing today? Fine. And you know you're not, but you it's like just a statement you just say.
Yeah, because sometimes you feel people are just asking just to be asking, not really. Because if you ask me, how am I doing today? And if I really told you, then what you gonna do or what you gonna
But
say?
you wouldn't know if you don't tell me.
That's what I'm saying. So you gotta put yourself in a position where whatever you feel, just tell it. Just say it. A lot of time we try to think for other people that they don't want to hear it, or they just so it's a lot of things to be
Scenarios.
put into that equation. Um, do you really want to know?
I wouldn't know if I really want to
No,
know.
I'm
No, I'm just saying I don't know if you really want to know. I just never just I don't know what that is. I don't know if you probably would be concerned. I wouldn't know because I just don't even think about even
just
say
just
it. I'm
just
just used to saying I'm okay.
yeah, just try it. And sometimes even
You know, somebody say I love you, like it had become it just become just a statement.
yeah,
Everybody just said I love you. It's like it just come a byword, just it's the whole sentence. It's like you don't even know. Okay, but it sounds good to say. It makes somebody probably makes somebody feel good. But what it's like everything just becoming matter of fact. Just
yeah, just the words.
yeah, just the words. Yeah.
It sounds good. Throw it against
So
the wall.
anybody, I'm just asking. Do anybody have any suggestions of how you get to share or how you get to just help? I mean, I don't have nothing.
Sometimes you have to be yourself have to be vulnerable and what's the word I want to use? Transparent. Meaning just start telling stuff about yourself. And sometimes that'll lead others to tell the truth when they
So
feel
give
and
me an
see
example what you mean. Like what I'm gonna start telling about myself. Like what I just
whatever uh is going on with you, whether you're hungry or whether you don't have no money or don't have no car fare.
just say it.
Yeah, just say be transparent, and you'll be surprised at the feedback you'll get, and you can create a atmosphere for others to be because a
Um,
lot of time and they'll put up that facade. You don't never know what they're angry about, what they're staunch about. But sometimes if you keep poking their pride and you'll break the wall. A lot of people, you know,
well, let me say there are a lot of nice people in the world.
it is.
So let's dismiss that nobody cares. You probably
Yeah,
find some that don't because we don't even try. We don't even. I've come to know when I tell or say something, I got a lot of help.
yeah,
So I don't know what was in the back of my head thinking that every nobody won't help. I think it was just it was pride or whatever it was, didn't want to see what I was going through. But once you open up your mouth, like you say,
right,
tell you, you'd be surprised. People start pulling.
right,
Like I didn't even know you was going through that here. But sometimes you have to help people to get over that.
right.
Just,
Tell it.
just, just, even if they don't help you,
Right.
even if the, but once you get it out, at least it's open in the air.
Yeah.
Maybe they can't help you. Maybe they tell someone else or send you somewhere else that somebody. A lot of time, a lot of people can't.
Well,
If
I have a need for a crab platter. You
now
th-
you're gonna start playing,
you said
that's a want. That's a desire. That ain't a necessity.
But
Okay,
I'm
but
practicing. I'm
you
practicing
practicing it.
until
But
you.
start with a hot dog.
I don't like no hot dog.
Okay, I know that's why I said start with a hot dog. Okay, you got to start with stuff you don't like. She want, but yeah. Sometimes you just gotta practice getting over that, whatever that is.
Yeah.
You know what? One of my friends told me I don't have a coat for this winter. I know it took her everything to say it, so I heard her. I might could not have gotten it then, but it's on my mind before it get too cold. If I had to ask 3 people to help me to get, sometimes you just don't know
Yeah.
you can pull on resources.
Right.
You might not have it, or someone else might be going with you to do. Um, and speaking on that, this Sunday, every other Sunday, I try to feed and um, if you, I tell people if you know of a family. If you know of someone that you know that can use a meal, this is my give back. Um, those of you who could afford it, it's just $10. But if you can't, come on, let us know. I can't do no more, but what I can do,
You make
I
it.
wish I could
You
feed
make it
people every
available. You make it available.
making the bill. I
You
wish I
say
could
what
feed
you're
people
doing.
every
If
day,
if
but
people take you up on it,
yeah,
they could
yeah.
gain the
And
meal.
even if you don't need a meal, if you know someone else
That's right.
that can just use a hot plate for well, that's just you just feed them one day, but somebody else might feed them Monday.
Right.
Somebody else might take up Tuesday. It can be a whole week that they got something. But if I don't say what day I'm doing it, somebody else might not say the day they doing it. But
Right.
there is help when we link together. Unity.
And that's why I love this podcast because you don't know how people feel. You don't
Hmm.
know why people don't do things. But if we put it out there and prayerfully, if someone hear us
Hmm.
and if they know someone, they can refer.
Yeah.
But I'm saying we're talking about it and we
Yeah.
are we're letting people know there are still
Yeah.
some good people in this world.
Yeah.
There's still some people that's considerate.
Hmm.
There's still some people that will help you.
I I do the best I can. But I'm telling the both sides of what you hear people say. So when we first started doing dinners, I don't know if it was how many years ago it was. We've been doing it all of our life, but I had someone to say to me. I think at that time we were selling dinner platters for $5. That's all y'all selling the dinners for is $5? I said yes. You know what the next thing they said? And you season it? I, Gail, I can't make this stuff. I felt like, what do they have to do just because somebody came in for you just gonna slap them something?
Well, it's done.
But,
It's
oh,
done.
and you
It's
took your time
it's
to season it and do
that part.
like what
That
was I
part.
supposed to do? I
That
wouldn't want nobody to do that
because
to me.
a lot of people think because people are in need and they want
Just give
that you
them
give
anything.
them anything,
Oh
and that
no.
just not goes for food. That's anything. Service is service, and what comes from the heart reaches the heart. You don't just slap stuff on people's
No,
plate
no,
or whatever.
no.
Uh,
I asked God years ago, and you know my story, how daddy was. My father would feed you if it's the last
yeah,
thing he'd do. He would make sure you was okay. He took them boys out to work, and the one thing before he got to the job, he had them something to eat. It's just nice to be nice.
it is.
And he didn't have, you know, he didn't just slap it together.
No.
They had mayonnaise, they had salad dressing. Like, it wasn't no just meat on the bread. He did service as if it was his last thing to do. And sometimes I'm just taken back of what things people say to me because that's not how I was raised. That's not even how I feel. I don't care if I gave it to you for free. I want you to have the best.
Right,
I
right.
don't understand. You seasoned it? what was I supposed to do? I don't know nothing else to do. So I'm saying if I can be of service, it's gonna be the best.
Right.
Yeah. Be careful, um, people. I'm not talking to everybody. Everybody don't do this. But I'm just amazed at sometimes what I hear of how you do others. But I guess I shouldn't be, but I am. I really am taken back. I know when I ask God to help people, I know it's expensive. I know things, but He never let me like if somebody might give me a can of this that, and I can put it together, and make a meal. When you treat people the way God would treat them,
Hmm.
He will make a way for you.
Absolutely.
Oh, I can't
Absolutely.
believe that you're selling that for that much. I'm looking to God. I'm looking to God to supply my need. I understand that
Well,
things cost,
it's
but
your motive behind what you do.
yeah,
Some people do it as a job, as a selling thing. Some pe- some people do it because you just like you did in the summertime. You just wanted the kids to have a meal, and the
in the
meals
middle of the week,
in the middle of the week, and it was free. That was
and it was seasoned.
a blessing because when they
Yeah,
came home, that's what mommy did to us.
that's what she did
Before
to
we
us.
did homework or
Are you
anything,
hungry?
are you hungry? She sat there and fed us.
Yeah,
You gotta feed, you
so
know.
they can think.
So right.
Nobody
So
can think and you hungry, and then now you're talking about doing homework,
they
at that
already had a
time,
long day, and these days the kids' school hours are longer.
yeah, yeah,
And I don't know what time they eat lunch,
yeah,
but it's
yeah,
that was your heart.
yeah,
That was uh daddy's heart
yeah,
because he looked out. It wasn't about making money.
yeah.
It was
And let
about
me
the
go
need.
beyond that and say it's Christ's heart.
Yeah.
It should be, especially as Christians, um, we should think a little better. Because people I'm talking about, these two conversations that I had, it was people, it was Christian, and like I could see it should make a difference to nobody, but we should have a little higher standard or belief that you do people right. Even and God will make a way for you. But it's not even about God making a way for you. You just should want to do right. It's just
But a lot of time, I find it's the people that was once there that their passion and uh, their love for it is greater. But if you find somebody that had the golden spoon, um, giving everything on a silver plate,
yeah,
you was talking earlier on about training the children to with the shelters and St. Jude's and them. If it's all right that you can have everything, afford everything, but just because you afford it, don't mean you have to have it.
yeah.
And so that when you train your children like that, then they become not
You
sis-
you can still, and I'm one believe because our brothers did it in you, right? I'm not being funny. I'm being serious. They still like good stuff, but they was trained to serve. They
yeah,
was trained to do. Just have a balance. Okay, you like this type of sneaker or whatever it is. Like one of like I'm. How many nieces and nephews I have? I have over 20. It's a lot. I'm the only one that don't have kids. So even in doing all my nieces and nephews, one thing that I could say towards me that they have always been respectful to me, Aunt Jackie. If I need them to work, because that's how. If you train them,
yeah,
it's the train. I'm not. I don't want you always to want low. If you like good stuff, that's fine. But you can come here and do service too. Let's balance it. You want a $35 gain? to play, that's fine if that's what the game costs. But then I don't want to hear you crying and because your mother made you clean the bedroom and she ain't give you money for your allowance. Like, come on, let's balance it. Let's let's do both. I always had y'all kids. We did service day. We're gonna go to grandma's house and clean without nobody asking her for a dime. It's training.
Yeah.
You should know and learn how to give back without want to receive. It's good to be both ways. You don't have to have all cheap stuff. That's not what we're saying. But you don't look down on somebody who can't afford it, making fun of people because the only thing they can afford is those skippers, and you making fun of them. You're blessed that you can wear
Yeah.
those 50 or hundred
Yeah.
dollar sneakers. Somebody else don't even can't afford it. That's the part I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You're blessed. And matter of fact, let's well, you know what I did with y'all kids. We take up money to go buy someone something.
Yeah.
Let's share. It ain't all about you. This week, this Christmas, we're gonna donate. Instead of you getting all the stuff you want, could you find somebody that you can
Right.
get to? So it's that training that you can do to
And
show people to be
Thanksgiving,
yeah.
somebody don't have a meal.
And
You
well, you know,
make a meal.
we
Yeah.
that's a big day for our families, Thanksgiving, and we always half the time the people that's at our house we don't even know them or come by to get a plate. It's thinking of others. You might be blessed to have it this Thanksgiving. Just remember, somebody's without a
Right.
job.
Right.
Somebody didn't get their, snap, and then before they didn't get their snap, somebody was still hungry. So it's just thinking. It's just the night we're talking about being thankful, but show, but your gratitude and your appreciation for what you do have.
Give back and pay it forward.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
somebody I can say, somebody always looked out for me and mine.
yeah,
So I have no choice to pay it forward
yeah.
wherever I can.
Um, I just want to send you a bill for the babysitting. Like no, we have fun laughing, but I'm trying to
Well,
stay in
they can
shape.
pay themselves now. They all
I'm
working.
trying to stay in shape for these children now. Like I used to try to give a mother or a family a break and take the kids and let them have a weekend or a week out, a night out. But some of these kids today, I don't know if I'm old or they just different of
It's
watching.
both.
It's both okay.
It's both.
Yeah,
You're older, and these children today is a different generation.
yeah.
The Bible says they're more wickeder and wiser.
All children not bad.
I'm not
No,
saying
no.
they
I'm just saying
bad. They bad,
I'm
but they
they different.
they're different. They're
Yeah.
different.
But I would babysit a night. I would to give someone. That's just how we always thought. Like you don't even understand that people who have 3 or 4 children and they just need a mental break.
Yep.
And you can sit there and say, "Well, they the one had them," or what. I never thought. That's what I'm saying. It wasn't even a thought to say, "Well, Gil, you had those kids." That's your. No, I still understand that you need a break.
Right.
So sometimes it's just for a couple hours. Think it's the thought, it's the gratitude, appreciation that somebody did it for me. So I'm like you say, pay it forward, or I can do it, or even if I can't take the kids because I'm not getting old though. I'm getting younger, but it's just something about your grandkid. He's a good dude. He just wanna. That's what I'm talking about. He wanna be out. You're not gonna sit him down and don't want him to move or something. He's active. So I gotta get with the program. He wanna go out with his bike. He wanna do I'm doing something all day long. I just don't have the energy like I
You're
used to.
getting older.
Yeah, I
Just
don't have the
accept it.
energy. So it's not like I don't wanna, so I'm glad he know how to do a lot of stuff on his own. You just gotta watch him. But I'm here if you need a night or a couple hours and you just want to go on a date. Think of,
Me too.
You ain't got no kids, Gail. Yeah. Me and you gonna babysit. So we're gonna take turns while I'm sleeping. You watch, and when I get up, But I'm just talking about gratitude and appreciation because you all always had babysitters. You never paid not one. Have you ever had any of your children in daycare? Anything? You was always. I'm just saying you was blessed. If they was, it wasn't often. There's some people that's all they have, and then they telling me how much it costs for just
Oh man,
babysitting. There's some
we
people
had we had we didn't have that back then. We had
a
uh
village.
but even when it was Tyler's, um, even Michael, he went to daycare, but it was free. Not
Well, I
now,
I don't know what's free
not
today,
now.
and hear people talk about it, it's very expensive.
It is,
It's expensive. So,
it is.
and then if you want to get away on the weekend, they got places that would take you here for the weekend, but you paying for some. And I'm not telling everybody to become babysitter. That's what I'm saying. I'm just talking about the thought process of just thinking of others. Sometimes we get our life is so good, we just forget somebody is struggling. Somebody just need a break. Somebody just need whatever that is. And sometimes it don't take a lot for me and you to sit and watch
What you including me for?
because because you gonna help them. You might help us. So what you can't do, I do. I'll do the cooking, and you just sit there and watch them. You like to sit outside. You like out, like I don't like grass. So for a child that want to play outside all the time, you like that. You like sitting out there in your lounge chair, and you could do that. So I'll get the lunch ready and do all that. And then if it's somewhere to drive, like go to Chuck E. Cheese or somewhere, I can do that part. But they're running around chasing them outside and bug going up my leg. You ain't gonna find me out there. That's what I'm saying. But anyway, Tanya said just one kind word sometimes you don't never know what someone is going through.
Yes, true,
That you can change their day.
true.
There's times that we was at our lowest. Probably never knew we ain't had food, money, whatever. But somebody just come by and just be nice,
Right.
and it can change your whole attitude or what you was feeling. So just be mindful in this time a day. Just be mindful of what you put out there to people that you just don't know. This is why some of this stuff be going on, this killing and stuff. Like somebody left with something on their mind, and it just took one person to push them, and they
And
go on
set
a
them off.
spree,
Mhm.
and you didn't have nothing to do with anything that is bothering them. But when they go off, those bullets don't have a name, and
Right,
everybody get
right.
caught up. So sometimes it could be your nasty word, but three other people got hurt. So sometimes just yeah, how you doing? How's your day? Goes a long way. Yeah. So just remember to be nice to me, okay? Because I can take a kid to the Chuck E. Cheese. No, anyway, I'm just joking about that. Um, it's talking about trusting people. Like if I am if I am going through, maybe I need food. Maybe could I trust that it's not going to be a conversation?
It depends who you go to.
I'm
So
just giving people something to think
yeah,
about. Sometimes people like coming to you because
can't trust.
can't
It's a
trust.
trust.
So just be mindful. It's if I come to ask you for a slice of bread, that it's not the
That
whole news the next
that's a big thing. Trust.
trust. Yeah.
Um, confidentiality. If I come and share with you, like you said, will you keep it?
Yeah.
Will you keep it? So, you know, s- it depends sometimes um, on who you vent to. You can't vent to
But you
everybody.
don't know that when you're
You
in the
don't.
state.
You don't.
So that's why I'm talking to the
That's why I
ones.
said. That's why
Yeah.
we're talking
Yeah.
now. So to advise people, everybody don't have uh, confidentiality.
Right. Right.
And so when you tell your secrets or whatever, it has to be
Yeah.
a secret. It can be something you're going through.
Right.
But if that person uh put it out on whether social media or just in a conversation with others,
Mhm.
then that will set you back again
Yeah. Yeah.
because trust.
Trust.
And once you break trust, it's hard to put it back together.
Right.
So you
Then
have
then they clam up. Then they go back into a shell, and it is because they trusted and let their feelings out, or express what they was going through, and now you done damaged them again. So now you're damaged and plus don't have what you need. So it's
so I know a thing too about trust
mhm,
when you especially when you trust people that you think is in authority, is
mhm,
in the leadership,
yeah,
and you trust their word,
mhm,
and then it don't work out, whatever.
mhm,
That was the decision point of my life.
yeah,
I
yeah,
lost a lot trusting.
trust me, yeah. So like we said, we're just sharing. We're
Yeah,
just sharing. We're sharing that in this day and time, it's getting worse.
yeah,
The Bible says it's gonna get worse. So if if people don't have a safe haven, you can't go home. It's not safe. You can't go to church. It's not safe. You can't go on your job. It's not safe. You can't tell your friend it's not safe. Well, where's people going? So
that's why they turn to other things.
yeah, I was just getting ready to say, you're
Yeah,
going to find an outlet,
yeah, you on the yeah,
and then you
yeah,
start talking about that.
yeah,
I can't believe they own drugs. Or I can't believe they smoking. Can't believe. Well, that's what we push them to. When people don't have an outlet, they're
yeah,
gonna find one.
and looking for love in all the
All
wrong
wrong
places.
places. So
You wind up in somebody's arm that
mhm.
you don't know who they are, but
Well,
because you're missing something, looking for something
yeah,
that
yeah.
was where you went.
Well, we have a lot of if you all want to, I'm gonna when I get off the line, I'm gonna put it in on the YouTube, and I'm gonna put it on my Facebook page. I see the information that you're sending, Norma, and things that people still have places that you can go and get help for clothing and food and stuff. But we're gonna share it.
Yeah,
Whether you don't like a food bank, tell someone else that need the
yeah,
things
put it
because
out there.
people is desperate right now, and it's not just because of the shutdown. They've been desperate, but sometimes it takes something like this to open up your eyes
Mhm.
to see. And Gil, you got a lot of comments here about you babysitting. So just get ready.
Who-
Shelly says her children's over on their way here. Just give her the direction. Tanya says So yeah, we're gonna start our daycare service. I don't know
I'm
if
about to catch a plane.
I don't know if some of you ever seen. I love comedy, right? And White was one of my. I just love comedy, but they have she had a sitcom called the Old People Tricking People. I can't think of old rockers. So I'm gonna find what the name of that is, but that's gonna be me and Gail. We're gonna be in our 60s and
Why
70s.
you keeping trying to include
Cause,
me?
cause, cause you told me that you was on board, whatever I do, long as it was pleasing in God's sight, and long as it wasn't nothing that cost you too much. So that's why I keep including you because we're a team. You can't just be a team on the good stuff. You got to be a team in everything. If your teammate, you're your teammate. So at 60 and 70, we're gonna be babysitting kids. And I don't know if you're gonna have an age limit. Do we just want all infants where they just sleep all day?
How old we gonna be?
Well, between our 60s and 70, I think you still have grandmothers at 70 still babysitting.
Okay, as long as they 59.
Long, that might be worse. You- I don't know. These infants don't sleep no more. They coming
No.
out. They your youngest granddaughter. Every time I see it, it's just wide awake. I'm just trying to see. Used to be a time that infants slept, but now it's like I don't know if I want the infant. You say you want somebody 59 years old. That's who you gonna babysit?
Yes,
Okay. All right.
they just wanted to compare you. We could go out.
All right. We having a little fun, y'all. But we tell you, as we told you last week, make sure you keep the laughter going. Make sure you enjoy life. Don't let all the. We're not saying this to get people down. We
Is
just
that my niece Tanya?
come.
Oh, Tanya Cole.
Yeah,
Oh,
your baseball friend. But anyway, Tanya, she trying to get an age limit on who she gonna babysit. Come them be 59. What condition that 50?
healthy.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. But anyway, don't forget to laugh. Don't forget to play the games. Go out some. You know, you don't have to have money to take a walk and go to the park. Um, it's different things you can do just to keep your mind stimulated. Don't let this news. You know, some people that sit and watch the news all day.
Yeah,
I don't do
yeah,
that. I just hear enough that I can help and know where we can't be ignorant either. You know, like don't know what's going on. But some people just watch news all day and then they depressed. No, we're not telling you to get depressed, but we just want to band together with unity, knowing that times are getting rough for some people, but with help,
the village.
they don't have to feel the blunt of everything.
Yeah,
Yeah, so that's the only reason why we're talking about it. And like I'm talking about it because of the conversation that I overheard about the food thing of, we don't do that. And, so what I want you to be mindful of, even when you have, be thankful.
yeah.
Have a attitude of gratitude, appreciation for what you do have. Because somebody don't have. And to make someone feel low about where they have to go or what they have to do to make it, I I I, I think you need to rethink sometimes your words. Uh, you have somebody too embarrassed or hiding to get in the line to get the food because what they think you're gonna feel about them. Um, a lot of people used to talk about the government cheese, and it's the
And that's some of the best cheese.
but they make jokes of it that people wouldn't
Yeah,
even want it. But we wasn't on no government assistance. We got that cheese and we
right.
made some grilled cheese
And
out of
macaroni and
yeah.
cheese.
So you make people feel bad about stuff and they won't go get it, but you'll eat it,
Yeah,
you know. Um, I love bologna to this day. I know I ain't supposed to have it, but I never thought of bologna as being a poor person thing. But
no,
shoot, I
no.
get me a bologna sandwich today with some Miracle Whip.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason I don't because it ain't healthy and because of me being a diabetic. If it wasn't for that, that's all you would probably see in my refrigerator.
Yeah,
I love bologna. So to make somebody feel like bologna, no,
I'm
no, no.
eating.
Every,
I'm eating. I don't have hunger
yeah,
pain.
yeah.
Yeah,
But my sister Gail have a problem with Days soda.
I sure do.
She don't like certain kind of soda. And I know, but I think if that's the only thing that was left on earth, I think you drink it or you just go without. Which one?
I just drink water.
You drink what? You won't drink that day's ginger ale?
No,
Oh.
I don't even drink sweats.
And what we're saying, there's a lot of things you just don't like. But to make someone else feel little about what you
Oh,
don't like, that's the point we're trying to make. There's a
I
lot of
just do that to y'all. I don't do that. I tell
yeah.
y'all don't bring me no
Yeah,
days.
she told us don't bring us no Days soda. That's Days. And said the brand she don't don't bring Days soda.
But
So now you tell me you just to do that to your family. You don't do it to anybody else.
cause y'all know.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna act like I don't know. I'm gonna get somebody to bring you something. It's gonna be from me. But
And
anyway, we
not,
we
I do
glad
like,
we're glad that we're back here on another Wednesday night, just showing love,
yeah.
just talking, just being Christian. And I hear people say they use that word loosely, Christian, but they're the worst sometimes. But we're not talking about the fake word. We're talking about being Christ-like
Right.
and
Believers.
believers and what Jesus did. He took care of the need. So even back in Moses' in them day, when he told Moses to go free his people, He say, free them first so they can go praise me.
So they could be bound by hunger.
You could be bound by hunger.
So feed them.
Yeah, whatever it is that a person is bound by,
Yeah.
they can't praise God fully
Right.
in that state.
Right.
And if
Right.
you have the answer, or
Right.
if you have the means, that's another thing. If someone hungry and they ask you for bread, you tell them go that way and be filled, and you have it. I'm not telling you empty out your whole refrigerator and give everybody your last, but we could take one person and share. So people can't think and can't maneuver, can't. Some people got children,
Yeah. Yeah.
so just think of others and let's share.
Yep.
That's all I have. I just wanted to just speak on just gratitude, appreciation for what you do have, because somebody don't.
It's somebody's worse off than you.
Somebody's worse off than you, and whatever you think that you don't have, you're probably better off than so many. Even when you complaining,
Anything could be taught. Remember how we used to do? We used to travel.
mm,
If somebody came with a personal bag,
don't say we.
That-
That was you. That was you.
but
Go ahead
learning
to share.
learning to share
Yeah.
when you got a group, like especially if you're riding together, y'all, and you come with your own personal snack, and no ain't nobody else eating. Um, give some out their bag,
Yeah. Yeah.
but you do it in a
But
place
there
where
was no pandemic or nothing. Was
it
you
was a
doing it?
pandemic.
Yeah, you just wanted what was in somebody's bag because you didn't go to the store and get nothing.
I thought that you should share.
Yeah, okay.
You should
But
share.
it's good to share. It's good to share. In a time like this, it's more.
It's needed.
Yeah,
It's
it
needed.
is. Well, preacher, you got anything else that you want to leave with the people or share?
I'm just saying, the Bible says the strong ought to bear the infirmities of the weak.
Mhm.
And as you just said, if you have something and someone asks you, don't say go that way and be filled without giving them something. It's just a time where if I got, you got. It's no more me, myself. It's never been me, myself, and I, but more so now.
Yeah.
Because people are going through all over the place,
Mhm.
and it's really affecting people's mental state.
Mhm.
Not only the physical, but mental state. You can't think when you're hungry. You can't think when you don't have.
Mhm.
So if I have it, and I know you need it, you got it. Even Daddy used to say, um, "Give it a little sunshine." What was that saying? He would say,
Put a little sunshine
"It's
in somebody's
somebody,"
life.
and that means you may can't even afford it, but if I can, it's not just food. Anything that will put a little sunshine and a smile on your face. If I can do it, I'm gonna do it.
You remember, just to say that, and I think it's your training. So sometimes that's why I'm talking to parents of younger kids. If you train them while they're young to share, train them while they're young to realize that everybody is not as blessed as you. If you train them like that, I think that's the best
But how
because
about this? You don't have to have a lot either.
we didn't have a
We
lot.
didn't have a lot,
Right.
but he taught us to share,
Yeah.
to show love, and that's why we had so many people in the house.
Yeah. Yeah.
It wasn't that we had a whole lot,
No.
but what we did
Yeah.
have
And I
was
still do
impactful.
this to the day when I see children. I give them $1
Me
or
too.
two. I
I
know it's
still
probably
do it.
nothing they can buy with $1, but it's the
Me
you
too.
you make their day.
Me too.
Just here. It's whatever little bit you can do to put
Right.
some sunshine in someone's life. You never know how far that'll go with them.
Yeah.
But that's how we was trained. So it to the day, I still do. If I see a kid here, I'd be trying to find ones and stuff.
Yep.
It's I just don't know what you're going through today. And then there's some adults I do the same way. You don't know because it's not only kids that don't
Right.
have.
Right.
And like I say, even after this shutdown is over, somebody is still in that same predicament because it had nothing to do with the shutdown.
And see, I'm drawn to people that have more than one child
Mhm.
because somebody did it for me.
Yeah.
There were times when I come to the front door and there would be bags of grocery
Mhm.
on the
Mhm.
step.
Yeah.
It was always, I mean, it was a soup for my son. It
Mhm.
was looked like they had everything
That
that
you
you
need.
could think of.
Yeah.
So I still, my children are grown, but I still pay it forward
Mhm.
because somebody did it for me.
I remember when we went out to see Akeem. Well, we all went on a yeah, we went to Oregon, right?
For
Well, we
Thanksgiving,
Thanksgiving, and we had our dinner, but we had so much left over, and them children didn't forget what we usually do. We got platters. We made them platters, heated up that food, and we went out. Was that Skip? I don't even know where we was at, and we took the homeless food. And what I'm saying, that was from yeah, you train them to think of others. No, we're not going to worry about "Well, this is too. I could save this food for tomorrow for us. That there's
no,
somebody on that day while you're eating
wasn't
everything
eating.
you have.
Right.
So even after Sunday, on every Sunday when we do our dinners, we have, we just go in we take to the streets. You just never know when you made someone or talk someone off the ledge. They might have been thinking something they would have done if it is what that Bible said. I'm gonna feed me and my son, and we're gonna go.
Die.
This it's real stories, but just think of someone that's just one person. If you just think of
That's
one,
all.
that's all.
If you
We're
do
not asking you
one,
to feed a million people or 10 people. You might can't even have feed yourself, but you're gonna get half of that bread that I have if I hear that you're hungry. So
and see
just
there, I know you're appreciative of sharing the steak sandwich. See, it was principles that was taught, and now you know that little as much as God is in it, share. You can have half of my sandwich. You can get my chicken though.
no, because you ate the chicken and the bones. Okay, all right, we're gonna get out of here. One cheesesteak sandwich. 4 people divided it. That's how they did for Friday night special, right? That was your Friday night special, and them kids were so happy doing that because they was teaching them the principle, even though you
If you hear them tell it now, I don't think
they appreciate
because
that.
I had all sitting them on bed and feeding them out the same.
Okay,
But that was sharing.
no, that was poor.
It was still sharing.
You had a choice.
It was still
You had
sharing.
you had no choice.
At the time
No,
they did it, but now,
I'm just saying what you would do when you're in a state.
right,
Nobody
right.
want to eat behind nobody the same spoon. But if we ain't got but one spoon, we both gonna live together. I'm not gonna be like that woman. Me and my son gonna go eat and we gonna die. Because I'm gonna come to your house. I'm gonna go to the next person's house, and me and my child gonna live. Right. So when I come, don't act like you have a problem. You come over there, okay? Now, there's somebody gonna abuse it. My husband used to say, they know how to come to the right family house because y'all just give give everything away free. Oh, we got talked about y'all. It's not all good stories because they thought we was just giving away food, but that's the way my dad did. So we didn't know no better. But if you came to the right family house, you was going to eat. But God bless everyone. Stay strong. Stay connected. Unity is the way. Togetherness is the way. Um, seek God. Be thankful. Be appreciative, show some gratitude, and stop murmuring and complaining about what you think you don't have because you got more than what most people have in most countries. We are a blessed
Right.
um, country. We are, but
Yeah.
we are wasteful.
Yeah.
But hopefully this is a turnaround that we'll learn. So Gail, I'm let you have the final words and then we're gonna close out.
Well, if it had not been for the Lord who was on my side, where would I be? And if it wasn't for his grace, there go I. So I'm appreciative tonight. My heart is full of gratitude, and each one teach one, each one reach one. And as we always say before we end the podcast, love
Love God,
God, love
love family,
family, work
work
hard,
hard,
and
and
be
be
kind.
kind. We love you and we see you next week. God bless.
The story of somebody. Story of somebody.
Nobody but you. Nobody. Nobody. But nobody but you. When I was sick and I said, well, you heal my body. I can tell nobody, nobody but you. Nobody, nobody but you. Nobody, no, nobody. Could nobody do but you. When I was sick, when I was sick, when I was sick, in misery, Jesus came and his me, pick me up, turn me all around, save me, four times round. When I was sick, what nobody but you, nobody but you, nobody but you, nobody but you. Could nobody do it? Could nobody do it? Nobody but you. Anytime in a sick room, in a courtroom, nobody but you. Nobody, 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 nobody. A doctor, a lawyer, a friend, a real friend. He joy, he's sorrow, he's hope, he's tomorrow. Nobody, 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 nobody.